Hello. Y'all, I missed y'all so much. How was y'all weekend? You know, before I start, I always got to start with my people. I got to shout out. I got to shout out my people. You know, it may not be on Twitter trending anymore, but, you know, I got to shout out my people all the time. Got to shout out my people all the time. How is y'all 4th of July weekend? It's crazy because a lot of people are off today, and I really didn't even think that people are off. I guess because it's a Monday, and so everybody is off. Please don't ask me why I don't have any friends, or don't ask me why I don't go out or anything, because on July 3rd, I decided to go out. Well, I didn't go out to the clubs or anything, but I went out, and then I parked. I parked somewhere, met up with someone, and we just was chilling. We just walked around, just tour, the tourist area of New Orleans, you guys. And I arrived there actually at around 10 p.m. and then I left around maybe like 12:06 a.m. or at least I was by my car at 12:06 a.m., y'all. And the thing is, with New Orleans, what I despise and what I just really dislike about New Orleans is not only that people feel like they can walk across the street. They don't give a damn. They don't give a tourist or whatever, a local. They want to get hit. Okay, it's like they wanna subpoena my behind the court with a lawsuit. Okay, people want to get hit, but look, that's one down. The second thing I don't like about New Orleans is parking. Parking is can be expensive, and so my cheap behind, I like to look for free parking. And so basically after 7 o'clock, or if it's on Sunday, all day Sunday, it's free parking, right? After 7. So I end up parking at this area, right? And then I see this damn sign. It says hack stand. It says no hack stand. It looks like this. This is the sign right here. No parking hack stand. Don't worry about the left sign. That wasn't there. This is the only picture I could find on Google, because this thing is apparently, I don't know, a Louisiana, a French Quarter, maybe New Orleans type of word. And a hack stand basically means that it's an area where taxi cab drivers drop off passengers or pick up passengers. It's a little sidewalk. However, there's like two machines, like 500 yards apart, where you could pay $3. Like I said, if it's before 7 o'clock, you can pay $6 for 2 hours, right? Or if it's after 7, you can park. But there's this little hack stand, and then there's this, it's really nothing there, but maybe it looks like a little bike area. It's like a big old freaking, it's a shape of a, I think it's like I don't know what you call this kind of shape. It's been so long since I took math. It goes this way, and it goes this way, and it goes this way. It's not a pentagon or octagon. It's something with an ogon, all right, to it. And it's rock, right? And so I get to my car, y'all, and then I see a violation sticker on my car. I'm like, really? Are you serious? The only time I had a parking ticket was when I was in college, and my college is so petty. You get a ticket for parallel parking. That's petty, okay? So this ticket, it was like $40 and then $80 after 30 days and then $160 after 90 days. And I got so mad, but I didn't sweat it much, and because, it's not gonna be on your record or anything, but I was like, I'm about to contest this. I'm going straight to City Hall Monday and contest this and everything. And after research, they're like, you can contest online with your photos and your videos and stuff like that. But if you contest in person, you got to have everything. Your phone doesn't count. Like everything, I guess, have to be on a drive or on paper for video. So I said, I'm about to pay this. So I ain't paying for it. And so, y'all, it really pissed me off. But I'm like, after I got that, I was like, this is why I don't go out. This is why I stay home. I'm on my own business. I don't go out or nothing. And literally, we didn't really do anything. We just literally walked around the French Quarter and just we just was talking and stuff like that. We didn't do anything, right? So, I got home and everything. And of course, I did post a video on my second channel, JOA TV, about that whole Realtor situation. And of course, you get a troll comment. And it's like, I wish I was lying about that. I so wish this was me just clowning y'all and lying about y'all. But y'all, this situation happened to me 2 times within the past 4 to 5 months, because of, and I'm trying to speak in code because, y'all know what they do on here, censor stuff, because it is, right? And it's like, but this time, y'all, this time I actually had a realtor with me. Like I had my own little realtor. She decided she wanted to be my realtor after I called like for a different place. And like, she was so interested, and she's new, but you know, she went above and beyond. A Caucasian white woman. She was, you know, really nice and everything. So, you know, we went along. Right. And so like we waited over an hour to see this place because we have to wait for that, you know, that super lady, the Supra, to open the doors for us. And she told everything, X, Y, and Z, and everything. Like, oh, they're moving out because they're young. Okay, that's kind of like a judgment situation because they're about my age. She's like, they want to move, you know, to the city, you know, because they're young, which is judgment. But, you know, they had this Sharon Osbourne looking lady, skinnier, shorter, nicer, redhead, Sharon Osbourne lady that came in. And so the woman was like, to me, my realtor, she's like, can y'all go in the back and look at the backyard? Mind you, this is a quadruplex, and the backyard is just a scenery area for like probably everybody. It has nothing to do with the descriptions of the place I'm getting. It's just there, you know? So we went back there, whatever. And literally she took 5 minutes with the Sharon Osbourne looking lady. I don't know what she told in 5 minutes, but probably some super situations, whatever. So when she got done with her, I was like, I asked her about inquiries about the place. And she was like, well, she's the only inquiry. You're the only inquiry. But, you know, she actually called me around 1. So, you know, if her application doesn't fall through, then we can consider you. So then I was like, so are you trying? Then she stopped me. She's like, I'm not trying to do anything. And I was like, no, ma'am, I'm asking you, are you trying to be fair? You know, so that right there, when I got in the car, my realtor was nice enough to bring me in her car because my car doesn't do well in the rain. And she was like, yeah, man, I don't really like her or anything. She was like, I'll push that lady down the stairs for you. You know, she was joking me and everything. And then later on, she, you know, we talked about it some more. She told me where I can report her. And then I was like, yeah, I even have a witness and everything. So long story short, you know, if you want to see the full context of that video, you can go watch it on my second channel, JOA TV. But like, it's like tomorrow I'm seeing a different realtor. If she doesn't sound so nice and welcoming, and I blame Donald Trump for this whole situation because this is crazy. In 2021, I have to deal with this. Look at me. Imagine what black people got to deal with. You see what I mean? And I got to deal with this? That's just crazy. That's highly crazy. That's highly insane. I go, so tomorrow I'm meeting with a different one, with a different place, but she do not sound very nice on the phone. And the area is, you know, but it's a nice area, safe, but, you know, so we just gonna have to see about that. So y'all pray for me. Please pray for me for tomorrow when I see this lady, because I hope she's nice, because I'm trying to do changes to my channel where I can have studio just for this YouTube and then another room for me to sleep. Okay, so all right. So Anna Navarro, baby. Sources are saying, let's get to Anna Navarro. We're gonna get to Anna Navarro, y'all. If you're new to my channel, subscribe, click the bell. Anna Navarro is source. Just saying, you know, Anna Navarro, she liked to make the margaritas. She's been making margaritas at home because she can't go out during the pandemic and because she got to take care of her man. You know, her man, he's like 75 years old. Anna Navarro is 25 years older than her. And y'all, when I tell you, I've worked so hard for this live stream tonight, like I really wanted it to go well. So I'd appreciate it for your super chats. And I'd appreciate it as well if you want to go on patreon.com/JOA to support me, y'all, because I really worked hard trying to get this show together for y'all. But look, Anna Navarro drinking margaritas, all right? Everybody do not like Meghan McCain. That's just point blank, period. A lot of people, even the crew behind the scenes, do not like Meghan McCain. And that's not allegedly. That's not me hating on her. That's not me being jealous of her. If you recall when Raven-Symoné was on The View getting interviewed, Meghan McCain said that everybody at The View, Meghan McCain, even everybody at The View, this is Meghan McCain to Raven. Meghan McCain was like, everybody at The View, Raven loves you, from the crew to the host. There's not one person that says anything bad about you. She goes, I wish I can say the same. Nobody likes that chick from The View. Okay, nobody likes her at all. And so reportedly, Anna Navarro was making margaritas when she found out. No host on The View knew Meghan McCain was going to announce her departure. This is why she said she's going to rip the Band-Aid off, okay? She started with that sentence, right? Nobody knew about her departure ever. And I think it's very unprofessional because, you know, you got to consider you're on a national program that can potentially go on international with social media, because that show is always trending all the time. And Twitter is an international audience-based social media platform. So, and the audacity the audacity of her to not even tell her co-host, like, this is a show. Like, if I'm on a show with other people and I'm leaving and I'm surprising them, that's very unprofessional, because it's like, now I'm caught off guard. Now I don't know how to feel. Now I got to act like, okay, now I just got to, supposedly be a performer as a host and just go along and get along. At the same time, it's like, okay, like, you could at least told us, we leave. And so when I tell you nobody likes her at The View, nobody likes her at The View. And so I have reason to believe, with my sources, with people that talk to me and everything. This is why I made that video 2-3 weeks ago that I showed y'all about Meghan McCain gonna get fired next season, okay? Because I'm telling y'all, the last straw was when she went in on Whoopi Goldberg on the show about 2 weeks ago, right? She said her commentary already, and it was Whoopi's turn. It was Whoopi's turn to say her commentary, and Meghan McCain just automatically just jumped in and said, with she thinks, if she said with all due respect, that that lessens the tension between her and the co-host that she's going to potentially try to debate with, or try to be nasty and have the hissy fit with. But nah, Whoopi was not having it, because she kept talking and talking and talking. And I do realize from watching the show, from how they're doing it at home, shout out to the tech team, but sometimes the audio is off, like 1 or 2 seconds off. Sometimes it's off. If you really watch the show and you see them talking, it's probably off 1 or 2 seconds, because you can hear Meghan talking and talking and talking. Then Whoopi all of a sudden just comes in, and the whole verbiage of her calling the situation with the pandemic relating to China and everything. Like, if you watch during the whole pandemic, you can see that the audio is off, but still, like, she just kept going and going and going. And like, how dare you talk to a moderator that way? She's a moderator. Whoopi's responsibility is to make sure the show runs smoothly. Not only she's a moderator, she's old enough to be your mom. Hell, even your grandma. Number 2, number 3, she's a legend and an EGOT winner. Number 4, Whoopi Goldberg Whoopi has defended this Neanderthal woman since day one. Okay, like, I look at the damn comments, I look at y'all comments, and I watch the show. And when I tell you that Whoopi has defended this girl since day one, literally, when Joy Behar would try to get on her, or when Sonny would debate her, or if somebody else come on the show that's a politician or whoever that she may disagree with politically and try to start something, Whoopi would interfere in and try to defend the girl, try to defend her, okay? But reportedly, Whoopi is tired. I made a video about it. Page 6 and other sources report about it. Whoopi is like me. She's not the type of person that wants to get somebody fired, because Whoopi was blackballed for 5 years. She did not work for 5 years after she made that joke about, unfortunately, the former president of the United States, the son, George Bush, right? So Whoopi knows how it feels not to work. So reportedly, Whoopi, Anna Navarro, Joy Behar, all of them, they didn't include Sarah Haynes, because, Sarah Haynes is a goody, whatever. 4 of them, and they didn't include Sonny, because Sonny had issues with her, and I'm gonna get on that for a second. But we gonna get on that. Sonny was like, I'm out of this. I already had to get lawyers for ABC when I had to put a book up. But reportedly, all of them went to Kim Godwin. All of them went to Kim Godwin, who's the new ABC president of the show, and say, we don't like Meghan. Like, we cannot tolerate her anymore. And look, Miss Kim Godwin don't play. She just got her job in April, all right? And she already making moves, okay? The other man who I'm about to get to, look, me and Miss Kim Godwin, we friends. We friends. Me and her, we friends, right? I follow her on Instagram, and she liked my post this morning. We friends, y'all. This Miss Kim Godwin. Look at her. Look at Miss Kim Godwin. She like 60-something years old, but, she looking good. She was about to go on vacation, but she was like, her after the hurricane cancels our island vacay, she's chilling there on 4th of July. They got a hurricane that's, going towards the Miami, Florida area, on the tip of Florida. So Miss Kim Godwin, we friends. So look, y'all need to go on her page, NewsMom8 on Instagram, and tell her JOA wants a job. I told her, I was like, Miss Kim Godwin. I was like, hey Kim. I was like, I would love to be a host on the ABC. She liked it. Look, y'all need to go on her IG page. That's the source, Miss Kim Godwin, and tell her JOA wants a job on The View. Y'all, look, I'm being serious. I'm not playing with y'all. Look, I am on a month-to-month lease. I don't got ish in this place. I live in a damn studio apartment, all right? I don't got nothing in my place at all whatsoever. Literally, I got a furniture that I ordered from the pandemic that literally took 2.5 months to get here, and it's still in my square place living room because it came in 2.5 months, and I felt like I was like stupid because I couldn't put it together to the point where I called my landlord. I was like, hey, can you call maintenance to help me put this together? Come to find out, this one screw was this big and one screw was that big. So they messed up the screw. So then I got pissed off. I called. I was like, I don't want my refund. Give me my damn like 2.5 months away from look. So I got an air mattress. I'm like Summer Walker. I got an air mattress, but she got money. I could afford a bed, but I got an air mattress and I got this damn desk and a chair right here. That's all I got. I really don't got anything. So look, y'all need to go on her page. Go on Kim Godwin's page right now. That's the source, all right? And she only got like 2,000 followers. She gonna see it and tell her JOA wants a job on The View. I'm being serious. I'm not lying to y'all. Look, I'm being for real. I'm on a month-to-month lease right now. I told you I've been looking for a place since February, and I would fly to New York. Like I would fly. I don't care. I would stay in a hotel. I got enough money saved up to stay in a hotel. Look, or like I told y'all. Call ABC. I call for myself today, y'all. 818-460-7477. You do not have to listen to the annoying operators. Press 1, he gonna talk. Press 2, he gonna talk. Press 3, the operator gonna talk. Code 849, leave a message. I'm being serious. So Kim Godwin, don't play, all right? You know, so we friends. Me and her, we friends. You know, so we best friends. So anyways, so they all went to Kim Godwin. They all went to her and was like, we do not like Meghan McCain. You know, we don't want her to be fired, but we don't like her. Okay, look, this is when they had the meeting, right? They had a meeting on the phone. You know, Meghan's in Washington, D.C. Joy Behar is in New York City. Sarah Haynes is at the damn studio at The View. And Navarro's in Miami when she comes on part-time temp. Whoopi Goldberg is in New York in her house. She don't want to leave. So everybody was on the damn call. And they were like, we got to stop this. Like, this whole politics stuff is getting overhand. We got to stop this. Like, this is too much, right? And so Meghan McCain felt personally attacked. And according to sources, Joy Behar was like, I don't want to say the word, but she was like, get off of your JJ foot. Like, but it's the P word. I said it in the other video, but, you know, I'm on live stream, so they detecting every single word that I say. But she was like, get off the P. I'm going to say what Funky Neva said on the Foxhole. Get off your Tootsie foot. Get off your Tootsie foot. There you go, your Tootsie foot, right? So Meghan McCain ended up hanging up the call. She hung up the call, okay? Look at this. When these three people was on The View, James Goldston, who is the former president of the show, Barbara Fedita, the woman looked like she's saying, look, Barbara Fedita, I got my deodorant for you. They be saying, it's not sponsored, but they be saying a lot of women, they wear men deodorant, and a lot of men wear women deodorant, right? But Barbara Fedita, baby, you need some deodorant, right? She need, look at her. If you go there and smell the woman armpits, I'm sure she's thinking. And then again, somebody told me the green people. When I say the white area on the map, not the green. The green is my people. The white area on the map, okay? Somebody told me she the white area on the map. You follow what I'm saying? The I word, is it ill? Is it ill? Not that I care, but more than likely she don't like my behind because look, you know why she don't like me? Because I'm Palestinian, right? Okay? And because James Goldston, Barbara Fedita, and you know any woman or man that's best friends with Ellen DeGeneres, Hillary Stan McLaurin, the woman that look like she's off a Maggie school bus, right? You know any woman that's friends or a man like a George Bush that's friends with Ellen DeGeneres or vice versa, you know they evil. More than likely they evil as hell, all right? So James Goldston was like, leave Meghan McCain alone. Anybody that bothered Meghan McCain was like, okay, you're going to be... They treated Meghan McCain like she the Julie Chen of the talk, okay? Like how Julie Chen, how her husband was the ruler of the talk, and so she was the queen of the show because her husband at that time, Les Moonves, before he got found out, like Bill Cosby got found out. When I'm gonna get on his ass, and then she attacked Camille Cosby for not leaving her man, and then her man did the same thing allegedly. Right, in the 90s and probably beyond, but she stayed with her man, calling herself what's she call herself? Julie Chen Moonves on Celebrity Big Brother. So look, that's the kind of power Meghan McCain had, H-A-D, past tense, all right? So look, James Goldston James Golston left. Barbara Fedita got fired because she came from my girl, Sunny Hostin. And Hillary Sand McClellan left because she couldn't tolerate the mess anymore because her super ways wasn't intact anymore, right? Let me go back to James, okay? According to sources, y'all remember Sunny Hostin. This is why Sunny Hostin didn't get involved. This is why she didn't report, because Sunny Hostin and Meghan McCain had their beef going on. Y'all know Sunny, right? Sunny is like, I'm gonna call her a Scorpio because that's what I am. Sunny Hostin's like a Scorpio, right? It's like when she's your friend, she'll go all out for you. If you got her trust 100%, she'll invite you over. She'll take you to her backyard to look at the chickens. You know, she'll go out for drinks, food, whatever, invite you. You know, she Puerto Rican as well, you know, and black. Two great combinations, great food, everything, right? Right? So at first, they didn't like each other because Meghan McCain allegedly accused Sunny Hostin for leaking stories about her. And y'all remember when they was in studio way before the pandemic, you can tell Sunny Hostin was, look at her body language. She was like this in the show. Like she was like moving. Her face wasn't towards Meghan McCain. She was sipping the bottles, the teacups and everything, you know, sipping tea and everything. You could tell Sunny Hostin had a problem with her. You could tell, right? But later on down the line, currently now, they became friends. Meghan McCain actually reached out to her because with her rich behind, she still don't understand about American history, black relations, people of color relations. She don't understand, so she's tried to get towards Sunny. She still don't understand about the situation because she did see in a bubble and she don't want to understand, right? So Sunny Hostin was like, I'm not getting involved. Sarah Haynes is pretty much a super as well. She married to a husband that's a super. Max Schreffen, just go look at his tweets on Twitter, right? So when these three left, okay, Meghan McCain was out of it. Her leverage was gone. She no longer had leverage. And the man, James Golston, reportedly told Sunny Hostin that, allegedly, according to sources, that if it comes down to an ultimatum, it's either you or Sunny. We're not going to choose you, Sunny. We're not going to choose you. Let me tell you why I believe that story. Sunny Hostin got 2 jobs at ABC. All the other hosts got 1 job from my knowing. I don't think Anna Navarro is a contributor for ABC. She's a contributor for CNN. Sunny Hostin has 2 jobs at ABC. 2 jobs. She got 2 jobs. In my Everybody Hates Chris voice. 2 jobs. Job on The View, and she's a legal analyst for ABC. Sunny Hostin is the only host on The View that never got a introduction for being a host on the show. Ain't that kind of crazy? Ain't that crazy? Did y'all hear what I just said? Sunny Hostin got 2 jobs, and she is the only host that did not get a proper welcoming. You know how when you first get that job, they have a segment for you, congratulating you, and they give you time to talk about yourself? Abby Huntington Born Self got one. Meghan McCain got like 10 of them for leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back. Her dad, her baby, leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back. Sarah Haynes got multiple ones for leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back, leaving, coming back. And for some reason, people think she's leaving again. I don't know why, but she hasn't. I don't think she's leaving, but I hope she does. And I don't like her anyway. And Tamar Braxton can replace her, but we're going to get to that. All right. Sunny Hostin is the only person on The View that got 2 jobs at the moment, and she did not get a welcoming. She did not get a welcoming. They didn't welcome her. Sunny Hostin also had a floor on the 3rd floor, her guest room. Meghan McCain had her guest room on the 1st floor by the entrance where they come out. Mind you, Sunny Hostin been on there for a long time, got more experience than her, more educated than her, hell, more beautiful than her, times 10. And she's the only host on The View that did not get a proper introduction. All right. So why I'm saying that? Because, like I said, according to sources, this man, James Golston, who's an alleged Trump supporter, because he liked Trump, he left because of Trump laws. Let's just keep it real. That's why he left. You can look him up on Google and you can see what he says about Donald Trump. All right. He told Sunny Hostin allegedly that you and Meghan McCain gotta fix y'all tensions together, and if it's a choosing between y'all two, like it's gonna be Meghan McCain. All right. This woman that looked like she stank, the top right, Barbara Fedita, was the person in charge of giving you your salary promotion every year or every 6 months, whatever the contract, the legalese of the contract that tells you when your promotion or when you're going to be evaluated. This is the person on the top right that was in charge of that called Sunny Hostin low rent. Okay, that's another reason why I believe it. That's another reason why I believe that story about the man on the left, James Golson, telling Sonny is either you or Meghan McCain. Y'all need to get y'all friendship. Y'all need to be cordial with one another. So she was in charge of Sonny Hawson's rent. Not rent. I'm sorry. She called it low rent, but she was in charge of all the salaries. All right. And Sonny Hawson even came out and said, you know, she was like, you know what? I'm a lawyer. I've been a federal prosecutor for so many years. When it comes to the other people's safety and justice, I'm like a lion. I'm like a tiger. I'm on it. But when it comes to myself, I'm very hesitant. I have high anxiety. I'm scared. You know, I hide myself under the rug. And in a way, she kind of reminded me about myself, because if I know somebody that's effed over, like, I'm with them 100%. But if it's me, I'm like, I make excuses. Nah, I don't want to handle it. Nah, I'm good. Like, it's going to be like, whatever. I dwell on it. I procrastinate on it. I end up being depressed about it. And that's a bad situation. It's called unresolved conflict. And that's something that I suffer from. Unresolved conflict, procrastination, because there's things in life that I could have handled earlier on, but later down in life, I didn't. And that caused me to be in a depression, which is not a good trait to have. You know what I mean? So in a way, I'm like her. And so she wrote her book. Sonny Hawson wrote her book, I Am These Truths, you know? And ABC, this is another reason why I believe that story. ABC sickled lawyers on her. How are you gonna tackle a lawyer to another lawyer? How are you gonna throw lawyers at a lawyer? Okay, so Sonny Hawson ended up hiring a lawyer, right? And she had a journalist who's sketchy, but he's an actual journalist. Like, we talked about him on here before. He blocked me on Twitter. His name is Shar Ali. Kathy Griffin allegedly kicked him out of her apartment. Okay, go look on his Twitter page of Shar Ali. There's a huge story that came out on him, but before that story came out, he acted like he was on he about the S word, like he was about to do something to himself. And I'm a proponent for people that come out and tell their truth about whatever. But when you have somebody like him, because I didn't believe him, something was off about this story. You just don't all of a sudden, like, you're a journalist. And I followed him for a long time to realize that he tries to represent himself as an actual journalist. And he does not want people to know whether he leans Republican or Democrat. He's like one of those old school, actual definitional type of journalists. So when you come out all of a sudden and saying that you are in a depression stage, this doesn't hit you in years, but, you know, this is one of these years where I'm in a depression stage, and you hope that you don't wake up the next morning. Later down the line, we find out there's a huge bus story about your behind. Kathy Griffin was one of them, because she needed his help when the whole Trump thing about her losing her career came out. So she needed him to write an op-ed, an interview to make her look good. And so they ended up being friends. And she kicked him out because she was like, yeah, the man that I thought he was in person, he was not. He was the opposite personality. All right. So where does he go in the story? He contacted Sonny Hawson and told Sonny and confirmed the story that the woman that looked like she needs some deodorant, Robert Fredita, she looked like she needed deodorant, some Head and Shoulders something, okay? Some freaking herbal essence oil, some shea butter, something, you know, on her head, something, all right? He confirmed that Robert Fredita actually called a low rent. He did an investigation on it. That's the guy that investigated the talk. It came out the story about the talk with Red Velvet, Sharon Osbourne, okay? So ABC was not having that. They threw lawyers at Sonny Hawson and was like, you cannot mention that. You cannot do it. You cannot write about that. You know, you work for us, and we try to have this family type of brand. That's how we are represented as a network, and you cannot do that. So Sonny Hawson actually ended up taking her name out the book, I Am These Truths, but she told the story, but she left her name out the book. And Sonny Hawson was like, you know what? She talked to that dude, Ronan Farrow, you know, the dude who's like the alleged father of Woody Allen or Frank Sinatra. You know, it's one of those kind of weird Hollywood stories. It makes my stomach churn when I talk about it, because y'all know Woody Allen, he's allegedly dating his like adopted daughter or something, allegedly, right? I know he's not a part of that, but y'all got mad at me when I mentioned that. But still, my stomach churn when I talk about he's still the son or related to that family. Okay, but anyways, Sonny Hawson did an interview with him, and she was like, you know what? I knew there was a possibility that I could be fired. When this book came out, that I wasn't fired. That's what Sonny said. And what I respect about Sonny so much is because she was willing to choose morals, principle, honesty, integrity over selling her soul and keeping that a secret. And because, you know, she talked about my people. unbiasedly. And she talks about my people factually. And this is why I it took me a long time to adjust to Sunny Austin. I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, that's my favorite host. She's my favorite host. And we need somebody on the show that actually does their research. And she's 99.9% on it with her research all the time. So reportedly, like I said, Kim Godwin was not playing. Apparently, they're begging Meghan McCain to stay. I really do not believe that. I think this is just a save face, okay? Meghan McCain was about to be fired. She was about to be fired from The View, okay? Who leaves a great job? Okay, don't tell me because of Washington, D.C., okay? You were on the Andy Cohen show in January of this year saying you're not going anywhere. This is during the pandemic, baby. Come on now, okay? Okay, the last straw for Meghan McCain was the whole situation with Whoopi in the meeting with Kim Godwin and the talent behind the scenes. That was the last straw. She said it was a hard thing to do, and she had to call Abby Huntsman for advice in terms of what to do. But she was like, that was the last straw, all right? I don't believe that. She was about to be fired. What they did to her, they were going to do half of the time what they did to Elizabeth Hasselbeck, meaning Elizabeth Hasselbeck was on there for 10 years. They knocked on her door. They gave her a firing slip. They knocked on the door. They gave Joy Behar a firing slip. They was going to knock on her door when she made 5 years next year and give her a firing slip because she was worse than Elizabeth Hasselbeck. So, like I said, look, we all grown here. We all know, or we all worked around people once they heard rumors or heard things from management where you got an inkling that you're about to be fired. To save face, you put in your 2-week notice, right? To save face, right? So, but with TV code, even if you are told you're fired behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, they give you the authority and the permission to say, oh, I'm moving on. I have other projects I'm working on. I have a book out. Oh, I got hired by Fox News, X, Y, and Z. Jared Ibila, I got a book out. Then later down the line, she got hired at Fox and Friends. Fox and Friends fired her. She can't win because she told the truth about the whole Trump election, and they didn't like that, all right? They didn't like it, right? So Jared Ibila later on said she got fired, which I already knew. Down the line, we're going to find out the real reason why Meghan McCain left, and she is not going to be like she left. It's going to be because she got fired, okay? And there's so many other damn examples, but TV gives you the opportunity because you got to realize you are exposed to millions of people, and then you're about to essentially be exposed to billions of people when this hits social media because they have an international audience as well. And if you tell the truth, okay, of I got fired because X, Y, and Z, that's a bad brand strategy for you. That's not even a strategy. You're just entering the fire in the damn volcano, okay? That's what you're doing, all right? You're entering the fire in the volcano, all right? So if you say that, no network is going to fire you. I mean, no network is going to hire you. No person is going to give you brand sponsorships. Your book deals aren't going to be good. You're not going to get $1 million book deal. You're not going to get anything. And I'm sorry, I'm not looking at your comments. I'm going to look at your comments. I'm sorry because I'm getting in my mode. Okay. So you have to say you're leaving on a good note. That's what you have to do. It sounds fake, but I mean, it's business at the same time. And that's the whole situation on that. She was about to be fired. She was about to be fired. And so she had to leave. Okay. But look, y'all got mad at me. Y'all got mad at me today because I'm talking about the View replacements, and then I talk about Tamar Braxton. These are the people so far that I've seen that are going to be the replacement, or could be one of the two replacement hosts. S.E. Cupp, who's Meghan McCain's friend. I don't want S.E. Cupp on the show. I don't even know how to say her real name, but they call her S.E. Cupp, okay? Amanda Seales is not in the blogs or in sources, but I put her on there because I think she would be good for the View. Tamar Braxton is actually on one of the lists because there's tweets out. She's been on the show before. She was a real panelist, but Tamar Braxton is not smart for that show. Tamar Braxton is not fit for that show. Tamar Braxton's demographic does not align with that show. I'm going to take that lining back because Amanda Seales and Tamar Braxton's sense of demographic do align together. But I'm honest with you guys, and I don't got to be apologetic for it because it's not who I am as a person. I don't have to even let's sugarcoat and say I love Tamar Braxton because I don't have to do that. But Tamar Braxton is not smart enough to be on The View. If you are doing a discussion on politics, if you are doing a discussion on ideology, if you are doing a discussion talking about the Senate, talking about, I don't know, local politics, talking about what's going on with Andrew Cuomo, whatever, she's not intellectually smart enough to talk about those things. And that's just the real. That's just the real, right? Now, if The View decides to go to pop culture route, because maybe Kim Godwin is a little bit more polished than the past president of ABC that's been there for 19 years, if she wants to go to pop culture route like they did after Elizabeth Hasselbeck got fired, which I firmly believe they might do, they might go to pop culture route, then yeah, Tamar Braxton would be a good fit for that show. She would. However, I don't know if Kim Godwin or because they got new people at The View now, so I don't know if they did their research, because after Elizabeth Hasselbeck left, the viewership of The View lost 30%. You cannot talk about politics for 10 years and expect people to transition well with new segments on The View. You cannot talk about politics for 4 years with Meghan McCain on the show and expect the transition to be well with Tamar Braxton on The View talking about pop culture all day. You cannot. You have women on that show that's not even 100% familiar, 100% culture. You know, Anna Navarro, not really knowledgeable about pop culture. I mean, it's not hard to be. It's not. I mean, it's easier than politics, so it's not really hard to look up TMZ or the Shade Room and get your little tea from them, your information. It's not hard, so it's doable. But The View is not that show. It's not. The View was. There's a reason why The View is rated #1 by New York Times, the most influential political show. There's a reason why every single Democratic, and I'm going to say most of the Republican primary candidates went on that show, right? Because it was a show that was seen a lot by mass viewers. So Tamar Braxton is not the ideal candidate for The View, okay? She's not smart enough. She's ignorant when it comes to politics. She is. I mean, stick to music. Stick to your new transition, your law of attraction, spirituality that you're trying to do on a national platform. But then when I'm on an app watching you on a live stream, which is not seen on a platform, you're back to the same Tamar Braxton, which I don't mind, because I like pettiness and I like messiness. I don't care. I don't mind, but don't fake it on Entertainment Tonight and, act like you're a whole change and everything just because Entertainment Tonight is like a national program seen in 50 states. You see what I mean? I just don't like all of that fakery. I don't. And y'all know I've been rooting for Tamar Braxton since day one when she left that show. I've been rooting for that girl like I knew the girl, okay? I even got into it with Lonnie Love, Big Lon Hamhouse on Twitter over her, okay? Like, so it's not that I don't like her or because of her. It's because I'm being honest. Now, Amanda Seales, who fits the same demographic of Tamar Braxton, who's also a singer, she's a comedian, a talk show host, an actress. She is highly qualified to be on that show because we are still in a country where we're still talking about, unfortunately, this is a problem. And so she is good for that. She is good for that. She is knowledgeable politically. Oh, Angela Rye would be a good pick. I don't know why she's not on that list, but she's on my list. Angela Rye and Amanda Seales are good friends, and they both are, strong, smart Black women, with great head on their shoulders and everything. So that would be great for The View. Amanda Seales, Angela Rye, they fit the demographic. They're young as Tamar Braxton. Those three actually would be great for The View, right? So, but my opinion, just because somebody was on a panel, first of all, The Real was not a political show, although they're trying to be. The Real was a lifestyle entertainment, kickback, talking with a bunch of girls. You got a panelists that are all celebrity that all have their own accolades on that show. Them being on The Real wasn't their accolade. They all had a great resume to get to that show, right? They all had millions of followers on their fan bases combined on their social medias. So that show was popular for a reason because they all had big followings, and the show, the chemistry with the host that was created by Sally Ann, who left after season 1, and then just the whole thing shifted at The View from season 2 to beyond. Like, she made those girls look good on the show, on The Real. Like, the chemistry was great. But just because Tamar was on a panel show that's entertainment programming doesn't mean that she fits well in another panel. That's like me saying Tamar Braxton fits well on The 5 on Fox News. That's like me saying that. That's exactly like me saying that, with The View. It's like me saying she fits well with The 5 or Outnumbered or whatever, some panel show on the Fox. She doesn't fit well. She fits well with entertainment. She fits well with reality TV that she does not want to do anymore. And she fits well with singing, when she's really talented. She should stick with singing. You know, she should not be on The View. I'm sorry. Now, if they do entertainment, like I said, possibly. But that's only if she does not fake her little, you know, new kumbaya spirituality, you know, facade that she's been faking. Because I'm watching you on an app, a messy app, which I would not name because I'm not on it anymore. But those of you may know if you were on it with me, and you're talking messy, you're the old Tamar that I've seen on a reel. You know what I mean? She kind of simmered down a little bit, but it's the same girl. But yeah, you're on Entertainment Tonight. Oh, I don't do the shade anymore. Oh, I don't talk about my sisters badly. Oh, I don't talk about Tawanda like I used to talk about Tawanda. I don't talk about her like that anymore. I don't do shade with my sisters anymore. I love all my sisters. I love them despite that they're going to continue with the reality show. But on that app that I'm telling y'all, girl, that's what she's like, girl, you know, she be throwing shade and everything. So I'm just like, nah, dog, you know, it's either you change or not. You can't pick and choose when you change or not. So, Candace Owens. Now, I know a lot of y'all don't like Candace Owens. I had my little moments where I try to give her a chance, and a lot of y'all unsubscribed to my channel. And I was like, that's okay. I had almost 200 people unsubscribe before. But like I said, after watching her Prior View podcast, I was like, you know what? I mean, some things she say makes you think, and some things she says is actually factual. But there's other things that are too radical to the right to me that I just cannot agree with. Look, as soon as I say Candace Owens, so many people just left, right? But I would so watch if they chose her to be on The View, and I know you would watch as well. Don't sit here and lie and tell me you would not watch if Candace Owens was not on the show. Candace Owens and Joy Behar, Candace Owens and Whoopi, Candace Owens and Sunny Hostin. Come on now. Don't tell me you won't watch the show if Candace Owens has not been chosen, but I don't think she has time to do the show. She has a talk show of her own. As you see in the picture, it's called Candace, The Candace Show, whatever. It's a local show, I believe, in Tennessee. I don't know why it's in Tennessee. I believe it's in Tennessee, but it's featured on YouTube. I mean, she gets a lot of views on it. But I would so watch. Actually, from this list, I would pick Amanda Seales to replace Sarah Haynes because we need a progressive, right? Then I would replace Meghan McCain. Of course, she's gone, right? And then I'll put in Candace Owens. I mean, for out of that list, the conservatives, I would pick Candace Owens, full stop. Because that would make it interesting. You know, we would still have the same type of energy that we have with Meghan McCain. You know, she would go off. Candace Owens, you know, I don't know she would be able to handle all those girls like Meghan McCain did. I think she can handle her own because she was on a panel. She was on a panel she did with Revolt TV, with Killer Mike, with T.I., with Tamika Mallory, with Katrina Pearson. Like, she was on a panel like Revolt TV. So I think she can do it. Candace Owens can do it. Now, Tara Satmire, like I said, I think if it's two hosts that's leaving, not one, I think Tara should replace Sarah Haynes. I do not think Tara should replace Meghan McCain. I don't. Because Tara, like I said, she's a principled conservative, and we already have that on the show. We have Aaron Navarro, so no. Barry Wise, a woman that looked like she also sang. You know, Barry Wise is a bisexual Jewish woman, and she was on The View. Like, she's been on The View, and she's more moderate. Her and Sunny has gotten into a huge disagreement about the Supreme Court. I forgot what the subject was at hand, but it was when Amy, I think it was about the Barrett woman, the Amy Coney Barrett woman. I think it was packing the court. Yeah, that's what it was, packing the court. And Megyn Kelly got into it. Megyn Kelly also is on the list as well. I saw on the blogs. Megyn Kelly supported Barry Wise's claim. And, you know, Sunny Hostin and Megyn Kelly do not get along. Sunny Hostin tweeted her saying, I don't know you. She don't Mariah Carey stick. So I personally feel like Barry Wise, I don't think she should replace Meghan McCain at all. At best, I think she should be a guest host. I don't think she has that personality to, you know, do that. She's the epitome of, you know, victimhood. You know, she left the New York Times and she tried to get my people professor fired from a school that she went to, that she graduated from because of his fair ideology, international ideology stance on the whole situation on, you know, I'm trying to speak in code with my people. You know, she didn't like his ideology, which I'm not even going to call an ideology. I should not call it an ideology because it's called being factual and being right. This is not an ideology stance. This is more of, okay, y'all doing too much. Y'all are being like Hitler at this point. and see the green, see how the green is going away. If one thing they got from the Holocaust, and this probably would get me canceled, the whole dictatorship with Hitler. They learned from him. You know what I mean? So I personally do not want Barry Wise as a permanent host. Maybe a guest host. Maybe a guest host. All right. That's what I think. But Megyn Kelly. Now, I'm a little petty. I love Sunny Hostin, but I would consider Megyn Kelly to be a permanent host. That's because her and Sunny Hostin don't get along. They don't get along, and it's going to be a little, like, I like the little messiness. I'm not going to lie. I like the messiness, y'all. So, who do y'all think should be the replacement for Meghan McCain? But I strongly believe that Miss Kim Godwin, who we friends. I told y'all we friends. Newsmom8. Follow her on IG. Tell her JOA sent you. Tell her JOA wants to be the host on The View, okay? Or the host for ABC. I'll take any job. All right, ABC. All right. We friends, y'all. We friends, okay? I personally think Miss Kim Godwin is a little bit more polished because, like I said, they had that meeting. They really never had a meeting when James Golson was there. When it got to that point, James Golson was like, oh, it's just for TV. It's for Meghan McCain, you know, because he's a Trump supporter. So he let Meghan McCain do anything she wanted to do. So I think that they're going to change route. And because they've done this before, when Joy Behar ended up being fired from that show several years ago, she was on Wendy in 2014. And Wendy asked her, would you consider going back to The View? She was like, yeah, I would consider it if they changed the administration at The View. Right? So, because the administration behind the scenes, Joy Behar had a problem with them. So the fact that they changed it again, you see how the high ABC got a high turnover rate. Their turnover rate is really high. With these three gone, and Miss Kim Godwin's in there, so I think there's going to be a change. It's going to be more of a polish because Miss Kim Godwin comes from the news reporting. Okay, she's a journalist. All right. She's like Sunny Hostin. She comes from like the news journalist, working like in news, in front of the camera, behind the camera, working in the business administration side of news. So I personally feel like it's going to be that route. I don't like it because I've worked in news before and that wasn't my thing. But if she just wanted lighthearted pop culture commentary, I like that as well. Like I'd watch, but like, you know, if she wants it like the era after Elizabeth Hasselbeck left with Raven Simone and Rosie Perez, Candace Cameron Bure, I'd still watch. I'd still watch the show. I'd still watch. But they're not, like I said, they're going to lose viewership. Numbers don't lie. They lost viewerships before. They lost 30% of their viewerships. All right. They lost 30%. And so I don't know. What do y'all think? Hey, y'all. Hey, Angel. Hey, Bro Productions. Hey, Matt. How y'all doing? We hopefully making your own show. You have plenty of ammo. You crazy. Samuel says, I don't believe they're all surprised that Meghan was going to make that announcement that she was leaving View. The opening of the show, Words It Goes, has a surprise announcement. So look, I'm telling y'all. Look, I'm telling y'all. I'm just looking at my comments. You know, that's my people in the comments. Y'all make this show. I'm telling y'all need to go to my friend, because me and Miss Kim Godwin, we friends. We and her, we friends. Y'all need to go on her IG page and tell her that JOA, I'm a fan of JOA, and he wants to be a host on The View or a host or a correspondent on ABC. Y'all need to go let her know. Tell Miss Kim Godwin, right? Or call ABC at 818-460-7477. Press 1, press 2, press 3, 849. Leave a message. I'm telling you, it's that easy. You're not talking to nobody. You're leaving a message. And when they view it, when they open, like when they about to hire the host, they look at all of that stuff. I'm telling y'all, help your boy out. I'm telling y'all, I'm on a month-to-month lease. All right. So out of these 6 people on the list, Amanda Seales and Candace Owens are my pick. Okay. If they stick to political route, Amanda Seales and Candace Owens are my pick. I'm not even going to choose Tamar, even if it's an entertainment route, because now she's trying to change her brand, the fake personality brand. I don't like that. Like I said, I watched her on an app, you know, and she, you know, was all, I mean, I can sense her changing, but at the same time, it's like you're one way on TV, then you're next way on the app. I can sense the changing on the app, but at the same time, it's like you're putting on a facade, fake facade still. Like, come on now, girl. Come on now. Get it together. So Candace Owens and Amanda Seales would be my pick out of the 6. Megyn Kelly would also be my pick as well. And y'all go tell Miss Kim Godwin, like I said, News Mom 8, that your boy, that's her IG page, News Mom 8, or and tell her that your boy won a job on The View. Or like I said, call 818-460-7477. Because Miss Kim Godwin, she busy, you know. But look, hit her up on her IG page. One of my hit her up on her IG page. One of my followers actually know her. They go to church together. One of my followers, black woman, I forgot her name, but 818-460-7477. Leave a message, 849. I'm telling y'all, when I get a job, it doesn't hurt to try. It doesn't hurt to try. I mean, I would rather hear no and a rejection than me not trying, okay? So, I mean, I'm smart enough to be on that show. I'm multicultural. I'm knowledgeable enough about politics. I do my research. I mean, there's plenty of hosts that have been on the show that do not have a political degree, that don't even have a degree at all. I have a degree. I have media experience. Hell, I was able to align myself with a massive audience simply just using YouTube, not promoting that elsewhere. So, and if that job just requires talking and communication, and this is just like The View. It's just The View is a different medium. The View is on television. This is on YouTube. It's the same thing. You get prepped by producers. You get your own producer. I don't know, the styling room, whatever, and they tell you what you need to do on the show. It's no different in YouTube. There's YouTube shows like Fox Soul. They get prepped by producers as well. It's no different. It's just the medium. The medium is different. This is YouTube. When I say medium, I mean the machine that you're watching from. So this is YouTube, and they're on television, okay? So it's no different. So your boy is qualified. Call this number. Like I said, I called today, and I act like I was a fan, 818-460-7477. Press 1, press 2, press 3. You do not have to listen to the operator. I know how annoying that gets. Click 849 is your code. Leave a message. Voila. That's the whole situation, all right? So look, Meghan McCain, I wish you the best of luck in life. I really do, despite my highly dislike of you. I wish that you raise your daughter correctly and not spool on her, or your husband's on her, Mr. Ben Dominez on her, and let her grow up to be a woman that knows the value of $1. Let her have her first job at 15, 16 years old, working at a McDonald's or whatever, so she can know the value of $1, and have her own mindset, not y'all. Don't let her get brainwashed like your husband did to you, all right? And so she actually turned down Fox News. She turned down Fox News because her husband is working there, and like he's messing up her career. Her husband is messing up her career. Okay, so like Meghan McCain is young. She's not really that much older than me. She's 36 years old. She my sister age, all right? She 36, right? Her sister my same age, right? And her dream was to be on the show. Her dream was to be on the talk show. Her dream is to be on TV, to do something in politics like she was doing on TV. But now her husband is getting his wish and he's winning, baby. He is the white, black China of the Kardashian family, okay? Her husband is winning, okay? Her husband got a job on Fox News, got his own show, and he's also a fill-in for his side woman, allegedly, Laura Ingraham, when she's on vacation, all right? So he is winning, okay? He is winning. Her husband is winning. He got what he wants. He got a lockdown with a baby. I don't even think they got a prenup because Meghan is winning. Meghan's relationship reminds me of Wendy Williams and Tamar Braxton's ex-husband's relation, but I think it's worse. She's definitely going to stick this out because to me, she's the type of woman that's like, people going to, like, she don't want to look bad in the media with a divorce, all right? And I still, Meghan McCain, this is what your present is going to be. Your goodbye away present from me is going to be a video exposing your husband. That's going to be the goodbye present from me to you, baby. That's going to be the goodbye away. That's going to be the goodbye present from me to you. Do y'all want to see that video? I know I've been talking about it for a long time, but that's going to be the goodbye, the present from me to you. It's me exposing your husband to the world on who he really is and what they need to know about your husband and the way he used you in his I ain't gonna say more, but we gonna see. We gonna see. That's gonna be, y'all, the 200 plus people in this comments. Okay. Give me say this because I see somebody in the comments talking all of that BS. All right. When Kimberly Guilfoyle was on the Republican National Convention saying the best has yet to come, talking about Puerto Rico is a she didn't even include Puerto Rico as a state of the United States of America. I mean, it is historically a state of the United States of America and factually, but the United States don't give a damn. I mean, they still got bad water over there, right? I hate when people who have a minuscule, a Puerto Rican, Latino, whatever, and they use that to benefit them when they can. And this is what Meghan McCain did when old girl was like, Puerto Rico is, my husband is Puerto Rican, and even I know that Puerto Rico is part of the United States of America. Shame on Kim Goifel for not knowing that Puerto Rico is the 50 states of America. I have somebody on my stream talking about Ben Dominic is actually Puerto Rican, as I understand. No, the man is white, okay? He is native, he is what, Cherokee, whatever. I don't give a damn what he's a white man. He ain't Puerto Rican. They only want to use that Puerto Rican small percentage when they want to use it. It's like how y'all who aren't African American, y'all want black people rhythm, but y'all don't want they blues, okay? Y'all don't want to get pulled over by the popos. Y'all don't want to be marginalized when you're looking for a damn home, okay? Y'all only want the rhythms of people of color and African Americans. Y'all don't want our blues, okay? Y'all only want the rhythms, okay? That's it. Y'all know what I mean? Y'all only want our food. Y'all only want our dances. Y'all only want our music. Y'all only want our style. Y'all don't want the lips, the ads, everything. Y'all don't want the blues of people of color and African Americans, okay? Y'all just want the rhythm. And the rhythm also includes when you're playing victim, okay? The rhythm also includes, well, let me take that. The rhythm includes the fun part. The blues, when you are attached to the blues, if you got an ounce of Puerto Rican or an ounce of whatever in you, that's when you want to say it. You know, that's when you want to say it, you know. You get stopped by a police officer, you ain't going to say, oh, officer, I'm a white man or I'm a white woman, you know. So y'all need to stop that where he's part Puerto Rican, part this, part that. You know, y'all need to stop that. Y'all, Emmett Till victims and no suspect because she lied on Emmett Till. Y'all need to stop that, all right? Y'all like to use the victimizations of the actualization of the factualization that there is a problem in America, regardless, this being the greatest country in the world, that, you know, that my people and African Americans don't get profiled, don't get judged, can't get an apartment that you like, you know, can't get you a loan, can't get this kind. Y'all don't want to hear that. Where the hell did critical race theory come from? Out of the blue. Where the hell that word came from? Okay, where? They don't even teach you, okay, that in school. It's called college when you are studying criminal justice and or if your major is like African American studies, okay? They don't teach you this in high school. They don't teach you this in middle school, okay? They don't even teach you the curriculum in school about African American history. I mean, about American history. They just straight go to the African slave trade, okay? They don't talk about what black people was doing before Africa. They don't talk about what Africans was doing before the slavery happened. They don't talk about that. They don't. So miss me with the BS that Ben Dominaz is part Puerto Rican, okay? Because he's a white man. He's a white Supra. That's what he is, and that's what he would always be, a white Supra. So, you know, like I said, y'all need to go on Kim Godwin's page. Me and her, we friends. Me and Kim Godwin, we friends. Like, we friends, baby. We friends. News Mom 8, go on her IG page, okay? And comment on it, because I know y'all IG, and say, y'all need to hire JOA, okay? On The View. On ABC. He's entertaining. He's smart. He's handsome. Say good things about me, all right? Say good things. He graduated top 10 of his class in high school and graduated cum laude in college. Say all that. That's true, though. That's facts. And call this number, 818-460-7477. Press 1, press 2, press 3, 849. Leave a message saying how much you want me to be on The View, okay? That message is actually going to go to the View department, okay? The View. Because ABC has a long list of shows, all right? A long damn list of shows, all right? So tell me how y'all enjoying it. Y'all enjoying the show so far? Let me know in the comments. Y'all enjoying it? I appreciate super chats. Like I said, I worked hard for this to happen. I worked hard for the show. Hey, look, Somebody in the comments said they love me when I call him Pill Cosby. I got that from Wendy. I didn't make that up myself. Pill Cosby, all right. Okay. The Cosby, Pill Cosby, and Bye Felicia Rashad. That's her name. She got a full name from me. Bye Felicia Rashad. Let me see if y'all went on Instagram. Bye Felicia Rashad is getting on my damn nerves. Pill Cosby and Bye Felicia Rashad, they really getting on my damn nerves. Okay, look. So, y'all saw the video that I made, and if you didn't, Felicia Rashad came out saying finally a wrong has been righted, right? And then she got a lot of backlash, and then Bye Felicia Rashad end up posing her comments on Twitter because a lot of people was dragging her for it, right? Then Howard University called her up and told her, you got to reinstate your statement, baby. Look, she immediately sent out another tweet saying, oh, yada, 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 about victims and everything. You know, I know people in my family, bitch. Bye. No, you don't. No, you don't. Okay. Then Howard University released a statement saying that, you know, we don't agree with Felicia Rashad's statements, but she did retract her tweets by stating X, Y, and Z, yada, 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 and everything, right? If I was a student at Howard University paying tuition money out of my damn pocket like I did in college, I would transfer schools, because if I was in the College of Fine Arts, she does not deserve to be a dean. Not only a dean, she does not deserve to be under the name of Chadwick Boseman. And I'm hoping Chadwick Boseman would be on my side and be against Pill Cosby. But a part of me is saying he won't be. But look, he gone. So I'm not even going to put him on a pedestal like that. But if I was spending money at freaking Howard University and I was under the College of Fine Arts program and I had a situation that happened to a teacher and I had to go to this Neanderthal of a woman because a teacher probably was out of line with me or whatever with my grade. Because you know how a lot of college, you know, professors, you know how some of them, they grade biasly. Some of them, they do that. And and let's say I have to go to her, because I would have to go to her. She's the source. Well, actually, there's someone above her. Name is like Mark or whatever. But I would have to go to her first. I would have to go to her and tell her about the situation, knowing that she is pro this Neanderthal number 2 looking man that looked like he blind in the eye, looking like he an ogre off of Shrek Cosby. I would be offended, because here I am spending my money, thousands of dollars at a damn school, while y'all did not fire. And I told y'all they're not going to fire her because, number one, it's an HBCU. Had it been a white college, they would have fired her ass. You know, I would have actually had more respect for Howard University if they would have got rid of her. They should have got rid of her, because this is not her first time. This is not Bye Felicia Rashad's first time coming out talking about this. She went on ABC News and talking about where's the proof? Neanderthal. What do you mean, where's the proof? This happened decades ago. What you mean proof? What you mean? You cannot tell me 40 people coming out, over 40 people, whatever coming out. You cannot tell me all of them are lying. You cannot tell me that. You cannot. Like, watch these people talk about it. You cannot tell me that, all right? Hell, even Janet Hubert, the first Aunt Viv, came out and said she even knows 5 people that did not come forward about it. Come on now. And so I think the statutes of limitations needs to be lifted, all right? I told y'all about Andrea Constand. Bill Cosby allegedly took her to his home and did what he did, and she filed a suit against him a few days before the statutes of limitations was about to come in Philadelphia. And unfortunately, the statutes of limitations in Philadelphia is 12 years, right? And so the way they handle this case is crazy. Like, this is a crazy situation. This is actually the first time a case like this happened in the Me Too era. Hell, overall, it's the first time. And I blame the first district attorney for doing this, because the case was filed in a civil case. It wasn't, I don't know why it wasn't filed criminally, but it was a civil case. And a DA at the time told him that the testimony of Andrea Constand and the several women that came up with that case back in 2005 will not be used against Bill Cosby in a court of law down the line. And so the new DA has to stick with a predecessor, which means he has to stick with the anointed person that was first signed as a DA to that case, which was the guy firsthand who was an alleged Trump supporter. Go figure, they're stupid, right? So this case is crazy, right? So Bye Felicia Rashad should be fired. She should be fired of a job. And a lot of students came out, emailed, got on her boss and was like, she need to go. She needs to go. Felicia Rashad got to go. She needs to go. Like a lot of people, like not all black people agree with her. Not all of them. Black people are on the monolith. Now the black people I talk to, like my barber, they were like, man, they need to let that man go. That was so long ago. It don't matter how long. I don't care if it was 40 years ago. I don't care. That was wrong for you to do that. You know, this is why people like Bill Cosby, people with so much power and money and supposed influence, think they're above the law because they get away with stuff that normal people like you and I won't get away with. And then Bill Cosby had the audacity to post on his Twitter page an IG video of somebody doing a video, like a YouTube type of video. They edited everything to his favor. You know, boy, bye. Sit down somewhere. Naturi Naughton. I've been rooting for Naturi Naughton since day one, since All Girl, Promises, you know, the girl with the lisp. That sex was spectacular. Keely Williams from 3LW and the Cheetah Girls. I've been rooting for her since Keely Williams threw that fried chicken in her face when she was in 3LW. She threw some mashed potatoes, some macaroni, some fried chicken in her face when they kicked her out the group because they ain't like Naturi Naughton because of her complexion and because she was a better singer than married woman hoe Adrienne Bailon and colorist Keely Williams. That's who you need to call a colorist, not Claudia Jordan. Keely Williams is the colorist. Let's call her that. Colorist Keely Williams and married woman, take married men hoe Adrienne Bailon. They always jealous of her, so they kicked her out the group. That group actually won Platinum Awards. They were on TRL before TRL later became MTV. They was on TRL with Carson Daly and everything. And so Naturi Naughton, please sit down and shut up. I had wrote on Twitter, I tweeted her, and I know she saw my tweet because she only got 200,000 followers like Naturi Naughton. I've been rooting for you since day one. Please stay out of this. This is not your lane. Unless you want your career to be fried chicken, all right? And that's not being insensitive to this because I was relating that to Keely Williams, the colorist, throwing fried chicken in her face, all right? So this was in Naturi Naughton. She says, why are black people so quick to cancel each other? We are allowed to have different opinions, and it doesn't make you anti-anything. Felicia Rashad, I stand with you. Hashtag The Cosby Show changed lives. This is where I can't be I'm like I said, I'm pro Black Lives Matters. I'm pro all of that stuff. Well, I'm pro the actual messaging, not the organization. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. Like I'm pro everybody be trained, everybody be treated the same thing, no matter of your skin color, whatever. But this isn't a black on black situation. I hate when these African-American influencers come out and say, why are black people are quick to cancel each other? I just hate that because to me, that's race baiting. And that's what I told her. I'm like, on Twitter, I was like, you're race baiting now, you know? Naturi Naughton, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Stick to singing, stick to Broadway, stick to acting. Shut your mouth. This is not your fight. Shut your mouth. All right? Shut up. Unless you want your career to be fried chicken, all right? And I'm surprised this did not get enough clout that it got, maybe because she waited later down the line. Shut your mouth, little girl. Shut up. Focus on your husband and your kids and being on power and clapping back to 50 Cent when he tell you something. Shut your mouth. Please shut up. All right. I actually she's talented. She can really sing. This is why colorist Keely Williams and side chick married hoe Adrienne Bailon. This is why they kicked her out the group because she can really sing. And because she was darker, you know, she could really sing. You know, that's why she got kicked out the group. I'm actually a fan of that show Fame that she was on, singing on my own. And sometimes I played in my car because she could really she can sing. You know, she could really sing. You know, so just shut up. Like I said, shut your mouth. And this is my first time saying something bad about her because I just don't like what she wrote. I don't. And mind you, I look at her IG page. This is from the Shade Room. This is from Create Mode, whatever the hell that means. I couldn't find her on IG page. Naturi Naughton, shut up. You have the right to have your opinion, but you also have to accept the right that people like me and others are going to disagree with you, and you may face consequences. That's just how it is in life, you know. So shut up. And then Bill Cosby got on Howard University, and struggle actress / singer Stephanie Mills was like, if this story is true about Howard University firing Felicia Rashad, then Bill Cosby needs to take all of the millions of dollars that he donated. And that's another reason why Howard University is not getting rid of her. It's a money stream. A lot of these universities, babe, I don't know what's about y'all, but till this day, since I graduated from mine, they call me at least 3 times a year. And I know why they calling me. They want money, but y'all not getting ish from me, okay? University was a waste of time for me. It was. Y'all not getting no kind of money from me. So Howard University, they collecting the money. And money is above all evil, unfortunately. And he donated millions of money. Felicia Rashad is an alumni to Howard University as well. And I believe so is Bill Cosby as well. So as pill slipper, Bill Cosby. And so there's no way Howard University is going to fire it. And plus, it's an HBCU, but had it been a white university, there would have been a possibility she would have got fired. And she should have got fired. But if I was a student, I would transfer. Because this is not the first time she spoke against it. This is the second time. We already heard what you felt on TV. We heard you already, girl. We heard you on TV. You had to go on the lowest platform in TV on Twitter and say what you feel. Go sit down. And I used to be a fan of her. Like, I can't stand her now. Like, I just can't. Like, this is why actors and actresses should stay in their lane and just there's some things that should just be kept silent because you have a brand and, you know, she can go somewhere. She can go somewhere. Neanderthal looking ass. She's a talented actress. You know, the Cosby Show was really me, my sister, my brother. We still watch Family Matters, the Cosby Show, Full House. We love Family Matters. We love the Full House. Like Vanessa used to like make us laugh. Vanessa Petty self. Like that show really that show was really a game changer for all races, all creeds, all religions. Like really, like he tainted his legacy, like really tainted his legacy. And so, like, I told y'all this before, but I don't know if I could say it again now. But from an artist perspective, there's 2 things. There's 2 concepts, right? There's reality versus reality, and I'm about to explain. And then there's reality versus fiction, which means reality, like the truth versus truth, and true versus fake, right? So when I say reality versus reality, I'm talking about artists. I'm about to make 2 contrasts here. R. Kelly is different. I cannot listen to R. Kelly music because R. Kelly's an artist. And as an artist, you're talking about yourself, right? You're singing about yourself. Even if it's a song written by someone, even if like Jordan Sparks or whoever wrote the song, gave it to R. Kelly and have him sing it, maybe Jordan Sparks is a bad example, but whatever. If a songwriter gives R. Kelly a song to sing and he sings it, that is still reality versus reality because it's a song that he relates to. So I cannot listen to R. Kelly music at all because when you are an artist, when you are a singer, you're singing what you go through, you're writing what you go through, and he's a songwriter. He wrote practically a lot of his songs. So I can't listen to you. However, Bill Cosby and now by Felicia Rashad, we're talking about reality versus fiction, okay? The reality is those 2 Neanderthals that I can't stand. The fiction are the characters on the show that I can stand because it's not really them. They're playing a character, right? So that's what I mean. That's a different type of artistry, right? You know, it's kind of like method acting. Method acting is basically means you're putting yourself in character mode all damn day, which is dangerous. That's the type of acting. I'm not sure what kind of acting they studied in school. But what I'm saying is I can differentiate the character from the human being for that type of artistry, but you cannot differentiate R. Kelly from who he is as an actual person because who he is the singer version as well. Whereas who that person is as an actor, as an actress, is not who they really are in real life. Bill Cosby was a respected, renowned acting artist in the game, right? Respected. That character was at least, but the human being is not respected, at least in my view, you know, and at least to a lot of people, you know, he hurt his career. So I can separate that, but I can't separate the singer. And this is where I agree with, and it's unfortunate because a lot of people can't see that, I guess, because you got to be an artist or you got to be understanding of it. But like I said, it's 2 different things. So I can sit there, go on YouTube and watch the Cosby Show, which I did like 2-3 weeks ago. But I can't sit there and sing, I believe I can fly. You know, I just cannot, you know, because it's like, that's him talking about where he wants to go in his career and everything. I can't subscribe to that. So it's two different things. And I'm sure y'all get, I'm over explaining it. I'm sure y'all get the concept. So it's like Neanderthal, Felicia, bye Felicia Neanderthal. That's her name, bye Felicia. Zip it, zip your mouth. Zip it a little bit, zip it, zip it, zip it, zip it, zip it, all right? Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Let me see, did I get a super chat? Did I get a super chat in comments? I'm not abandoning y'all. Hey, Bro Productions, are you going to talk about Anna and Meghan? I just did, Matt. You got to go to the beginning. You are 100% correct. What y'all saying in comments? I'm a Mr. Trainwreck too. No one would hire you for that show. This is a woman panel. They'll hire another woman. No. So The View would actually look really well. Now, I could be biased if they hire a man because, you know, there's no really male panel show out there. Well, I mean, there is, but on Fox. But it's not like a mainstream show. So I think they should change it up. They should hire me. They should consider a man. I'm not, just because within the 25 years they never had a man, that doesn't mean that can't be broken. Come on now. Simon says, I don't believe they're all surprised that Meghan was going to make that announcement. Okay. So why they kept her on there? Because she white. Oh, you know it was coming, fired. Hey, Carmela. Where JOA, wouldn't it be crazy if they got Amanda Seales and Candace on The View? Oh, yes. That's a perfect match right there. Perfect. You know, but like I said, they got a new administration. So y'all gonna do me a favor and go to the IG page of Miss Kim Godwin is new. The IG page. He's only Ben Dominass is partially Puerto Rican. He's not full Puerto Rican. And if he is, it doesn't matter because a lot of them they don't align with, you know, he's partial. He's like a little bit. He's not that much. Thank Ms. Banks. Did you call them? I appreciate it. Let's see. I'm trying to see what y'all reading in the comments, you know, because y'all think I'll be leaving y'all, but I ain't leaving y'all. Okay, so y'all call that number. It's easy. You're not talking to nobody. You're just leaving a message or hit up Kim Godwin or both. Both is actually better. Go on Kim Godwin's IG page and do that. All right. So y'all. So with that whole being said about that whole situation, Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams. Y'all got on me about that video about Wendy Williams. But look, the woman, Wendy Williams, something is going on with her. She missed last Monday's show. She was out with Ray J. They was doing things. Possibly that, possibly this. You know, because you know Ray J still get down like that, right? And you know Ray J's a married man, and I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if it's because I don't care. Wendy knew that family for a long time. If you're not cool with the wife, then you should not entertain that. She's not cool with Ray J's wife. Ray J's wife did not want to come on her show. So Ray J was solo that time when he came on her show because Ray J's wife was like, Wendy talk all of that mess, so she don't want to represent her. So Wendy Williams has been going out with married women. Ray J, she taking notes from her husband, her ex-husband. Ray J, Gary Owen, she hollering at that CNN married guy, and Don Lemon related that to him, and I don't know. So it's like, I feel bad for her, but at the same time, I don't feel bad for her because Wendy Williams grew up in an upper middle class household. The girl even had a maid in her household. The girl went to charm school, okay? They had a whole maid in the house, okay? But she wanted to get down, acting like she hood. I'm more hood than Wendy. I grew up in the hood, okay? But she wanted to experience that life. You know how it is with these Chet Hayes. I'm gonna put Wendy Williams on a list. Wendy Williams, you know, they from these great families. They rich. They got money. Hell, Wendy Williams' grandparents, I think they owned a trucking company. Like they had money. All right. But you know, a lot of them, they like to do the opposite of what's really right. A lot of them that are rich, that comes from money, they like to experience the hood life because that gives them street credit, right? It gives them street credit. But when it's somebody from the hood, they don't want that life. They're like, I want something better for myself. You know, I'm trying to Master P the situation, all right? Master P is trying to own the Pelicans, all right, in New Orleans, okay? Master P's from the Calio projects, all right? If you from New Orleans, you know what that is, all right? And Master P do not want to be from that, okay? So in a way, I don't feel bad for Wendy, number one, because karma, she had this coming for her. Like, I may be outspoken, but I'm not as evil. I'm not like that with Wendy. I'm not like, I thought I was going to be like that, honestly. Like, literally, I thought I was going to be on the radio. I thought I was going to be Wendy Williams' twin in commentary, but that's just not who I am. I found my own flow, my own, I'm just going to be true to myself. I thought I was going to be mean and bitter like that, but thank God. Shukran, ya Allah, shukran, alhamdulillah. I'm not like that at all, you know. So I don't feel bad for Wendy. I'm not going to say she deserves it, but she does deserve it. You know, this is the life she lived. She chose the hood life. She chose DL, alleged hood dude, that likes men as well, allegedly, which is why Wendy Williams is so obsessive with gay men or straight men that can potentially be gay, because her man was gay, allegedly, or bisexual, whatever. Well, he got down with the men. And I tell people this all the time. You don't have to worry about the side. Not only do you have to worry about the side chick, you have to worry about the side dude now, all right? Hell, you always have to worry about the side dude, but now it's more exposed, all right? So, baby, Kevin Hunter is not trying to marry his mistress, all right? Because they still telling on Wendy's money. They need the money for businesses. And so I just follow him on Instagram, but I personally feel like Sharina Hudson, the mistress, I still call her the mistress because she's not even married yet, but she's the mistress. Like Cindy McCain, I got to be fair. It ain't about this. I'm fair, whether you this or dark, whatever, or white. I'm fair. She's still the mistress. I call Cindy McCain the mistress, right? I got to be fair. So Mistress Sharina Hudson, I think writes for Kevin Hunter's IG pic because Kevin Hunter, to me, well, sometimes I feel like is the mistress is writing that. Then sometimes I feel like Kevin Hunter is writing as well. But like there are certain affectations and writings that you know it's a woman. Then again, Kevin Hunter is LGBTQIA allegedly, so he could probably have the gay side as well allegedly. You know, so on Twitter. On IG, and I'm gonna get to the other pictures. Hold on, I'm gonna get to the other pictures. IG, Kevin Hunter writes, me and Sharina Nicola. That's her IG name, Sharina Nicola. That sounds nice. I like that. Me and Sharina Nicola are soulmates. That means we riding Meghan and Tyrese, waist deep. Omar and Sanaa, loving basketball, etc. Or Saina, my bad. Saina Latham, whatever her name is. My partner, my homie, my lover, my friend, and I'm not married, never sitting in a courtroom ever again. Over love, but we Gucci, baby. We Gucci as F. Carry on. Of course you ain't gonna get married, not because you don't want to be in court again, because you want that money. You know your money gonna be gone if you get married. Legally, you're gonna lose that money. You're gonna lose that alimony that I believe he still get alimony. But look, I ain't gonna lie, I'm hungry. Y'all know I'm a fatty. Y'all see the picture in the middle? We're going to get to Sharina real quick. We're going to get from the before and the after. Y'all see the picture of the pancakes? So there's a blogger that I watched that ended up buying Sharina Hudson pancakes. And she was like, damn, I thought these, this going to be nasty, you know, but they good. And I ain't going to lie, I want some, but I'm scared to order some through my account because I feel like she going to know it's me. And I haven't said anything badly about her. I actually said stuff badly about Wendy than her, actually. But I'm a little bit paranoid about the situation because as a blogger, you don't know who watches your videos. And so if I order her pancakes and have it delivered and with my name on it, I don't know. I may get some surprise in this. So, but I heard they good. I'm not going to lie. They vegan. Chocolate vegan pancakes. She got a business. They're about $10 a pack. They sell them in packs. I'm not going to lie. I want some. Y'all know it looks good. See, I could be unbiased and despite my hatred towards her, they good. They good, and y'all look. So look at her picture. It looks like she got a butt job, but she's trying to fake it like she be in the gym with Kevin. You know, Kevin be going to the gym now. He be going to the gym, and Sharina be joining him. She posted on her IG, but we all know she got surgery jobs under Wendy Williams' money. Come on now. We all know that. But y'all, them pancakes look good, don't they? They really look good. Like they really look good. Them pancakes really look good. Look at it. Woo. But look, he said we're not going to get married because he don't want to be in the courtroom. Boy, you know you don't want to get married because, or should I say, girl, you know you don't want to get married because you want Wendy Williams alimony. Come on now. You've been on that money for 20 plus years. You've been cheating on her for like most of the marriage. You want that money. That money because the man got a bar, which doesn't really pay for your lifestyle that he lived before Wendy. We're talking about millions of dollars versus like maybe thousands of dollars, six figures, possibly six figures if it's a successful barbershop, versus 7 to 8 figures, Wendy Williams money. Come on now, you cannot compare it. Plus, he get Bentleys and Birkin bags and shoes and Rolexes. Barbershop ain't gonna help you. And he got a little lean cuisine restaurant, whatever. So he ain't getting married not because he don't want to be in the courtroom, because he really don't love the woman, Sharina Hudson, Sharina Nicola, whatever the hell her name is, and and because he wants Wendy Williams money. Let's just be real. Let's call a spade a damn spade. All right. Let's just be honest. Let's be real. Y'all send me super chats. Y'all liking the show? Send me super chat money. Super chat money. All right. So them pancakes look good, y'all. And I'm still on my weight loss journey, and I cannot get off the 220s. Like, it's been what, 2 weeks now? I'm still in the 220. My smallest weight, my minimum weight in 220s is like 221.8, 221.4. Yesterday, I kind of overdid it because for lunch, I ate like a salad. And for dinner, I ate a salad with a plain baked potato with chili from Wendy's. And so, but that's not really overdoing it. But still, I'm just like, I just can't. I need to go. I feel like when I went shopping for the week, I lost the weight because, number one, I feel like when you go out to these places, the salads are like processed. They add a little bit more sodium, maybe carbs to it, whatever. Versus you go to Walmart, whatever, Costco, Aldi's, whatever's in your area, you know what you're getting. Like, you're making it. You're pre-making it yourself. So I was losing weight when I was losing more weight when I went shopping. So I'm going to have to go shopping. I'm going to go tomorrow because this weight got to come down. I'm not trying to be skinny. I'm trying to get to 200 and then give me a trainer and start lifting. This don't really sound right, but lifting. All right. So Nick Cannon. All right. So y'all know somebody mentioned a book. It's called 13 Tribes. It actually talks about what Nick Cannon stated on his podcast that ended up him being canceled. Okay. He said something about BLK, read between the lines, BLK Jews. Okay. About them, about I wish I can. Okay. The color black and then people being the true Jews. That's what he said. Something like that, right? And then he got canceled for it. And so somebody told me there's a book called 13 Tribes written by a Jewish writer that actually talks about that and how factual that is. Now, like I said, I'm quoting what somebody told me. I'm not saying that's true, but somebody was telling me because Jewish people are actually European, which is kind of true because, I mean, after, like I said, they were living in Germany, they were living in Poland, and then after Adolf Hitler did what he did, they came to my area, and over time, they're doing what Adolf Hitler did to them. Voila, right? So I can believe that, but I'm going to do my research on it before I speak on it, but I think it's true. Because like I said, they were in Germany, they were in Poland, they were in Europe, and stuff like that, and they all just went back to my people, right? And they did what they did, and now they're doing what Adolf basically did to them. To my people, right? So there's a book called 13 Tribes. And speaking of Nick Cannon, like I said, Nick Cannon's having all these damn babies. When he came out, he said what he said on his podcast. His show is under Wendy Williams' bosses. It's called Denmark Mercury, More and Ira. I believe they Jewish descent as well. They pushed back his show a year. So his show is actually supposed to come out fall of 2021, but it's coming out in fall of 2022. Like, literally, it's coming out. He even has a promotion thing on his IG page about his talk show. And the word on the street is Nick Cannon will be played after Wendy Williams, which makes sense. And the word on the street is The Real may be canceled. Okay, The Real may be canceled because The Real is not playing in certain areas. A lot of my audiences, a lot of y'all are in California, and some of y'all are saying that The Real is not playing in your area. The Real actually fired their production crew during the pandemic, and they're doing it via YouTube. However, they're still on TV in some areas, but not in a lot of areas like they were before. And I sort of believe the story. I sort of believe that if they get canceled, that The Real will be blindsided, the co-host, because the co-hosts were actually blindsided supposedly when Tamar Braxton got fired, right? Nick Cannon's show is actually, from my knowledge, he is changing his format. He's not doing celebrity news. I think he learned his lesson from that whole commentary he did about on his podcast that got him canceled. So he's not doing celebrity news. I think he wants to go on a route of kind of like not Stephen Colbert. We have kind of like Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, do comedy, do music, stuff like that. You know how he did celebrity news on Hot Topics. He originally wanted to do that, but he changed up after he almost got canceled. So The Real to me needs to go. Okay, there's no reason why it should be on there. The only person I really like on that show is Jeannie Mai. I know a lot of people don't like her because she married to a black man. A lot of black people don't like that, black woman. But I personally like Jeannie Mai. She's my favorite on the show. She's the realest on the show. She's the underdog on the show. She's actually the most person I relate to on the show. Y'all know how I feel about Lonnie Love. Adrienne Bailon, she cool people, but come on now. She one of them wannabe polished people that got a sketchy past, allegedly. Garcelle Bouvet only been there for season 1, so you really don't know much about her being host in person, except for Lonnie Love, when they was at Sherry Shepherd's party. So I don't know. I don't even know if they have enough overhead costs to do The Real in studio. I doubt that they do. So there's really no reason for them to be on a cable show. They might as well just stick to something like a Fox Soul. Maybe their show, if they do get canceled, maybe if it don't get canceled, maybe they should networks should buy them out. Like, let's say Fox Soul, who's on Fox Soul is a streaming platform, or maybe Periscope TV, or maybe a lower level type of cable network, maybe I don't know, Bounce TV, or maybe the show that's on, the Sister Circle, their little network, some type of lower level platform, media platform on television, Bounce TV, whatever, some urban network maybe, whatever, should pick them up. Nick Cannon is supposedly going to be after Wendy, and supposedly, according to Bossip, Bossip tells a lot of lies, but I could see this happening because The Real ratings have not been well since Tamara Mowry even left, and ever since the pandemic, because they try to switch gears to politics, right? You cannot do that. You cannot switch gears to politics. So that's the whole situation on their show. It might be canceled. So Nick Cannon will be on after Wendy Williams. He got 7 kids now. He's trying to do DMX or the future now. So he needs all the money that he can get. And I don't like The Real. I don't watch it anymore. Like I said, I've been Team Tamar since she left the show. I've been on it, got into it, Lonnie Love on Twitter. I don't even know why. I took up for Tamar just because I don't like snakes. I 100% believe that Lonnie Love would do something and did something like that. Although I do believe maybe Tamar is a little confused because she also blamed WeTV down the line. She said WeTV allegedly had something to do with it. Because it's a reality show, which I can see that happening. Because they wanted to play that as a storyline of her being fired on Braxton Family Values. And I can see that happening for ratings. I can 100% see that. That's producers are freaking evil, on some of these reality shows, right? So I can see that happening. But I 100% stand and believe that Lonnie Love wrote to the network heads. Come on now. This is not something that has never been done. It's tried to be done with The Talk, right? With Sharon Osbourne tried to do that as well with certain individuals on The Talk, right? Monique actually did that to, allegedly, I guess I could say, to Flame Monroe. Flame Monroe is actually going to be hired, Monique the actress and a comedian. They got blackballed. Flame Monroe, who's a comedian, a transgender comedian, who doesn't use pronouns. And I actually like Flame Monroe because she is not one of those typical LGBTQIA that's really on the pronoun stuff. She goes by he, she, we. I think she says, he gets the money, she does the performances, and we do this together, something like that. Flame Monroe back in 1999, at that time, it was really hard for LGBTQIA, even trans, right? People was actually given a radio hosting job for $100,000 a year, 1999, $100K a year. That's a lot of money, especially during that time. Hell, it's a lot of money now. $100,000 a year as a radio host. She was going to be with Monique, and Monique basically told the person that wanted Storm Monroe that she was like, I don't get down with that lifestyle. Now Monique has changed, and and now she's pro LGBTQIA, but she did say that allegedly 22 years ago. And so it's been done before, and during that time, Flame Monroe actually was packing up, she got the job. She's packing up her bags. She was about to fly out. I believe this was in DC, and DC is actually a top market in radio and TV. So it's in the top 5, because I'm in this business. I tried, I look at the markets, I look at the ratings, top 5. And so Monique ended up having her not getting the job because Flame Monroe got the call. from one of the guys, and the guy was like, "What did you do to Monique? What you said to Monique? She talking badly about you, X, Y, and Z." Mind you, Flame Monroe never met Monique, right? So karma hit Monique in the behind really hard, and when she did the whole Precious. So that's what you get when you do karma like that. I mean, it's gonna come back. It may not come back tomorrow in the minutes. It may not come back in months or in a year, but it's gonna come back eventually. It could take years. It could take decades. So Monique got bit in the ass with that situation, karma got her. So I'm saying this because I 100% believe that Lonnie Love did it. And I'm like, dog, I've been defending Tamar like she my family or whatever. I just don't like snakes. I'm a Scorpio to the core. And it's like, if you are in my face and you're talking to me all nicely and stuff, and I just find out you're not like that, you're something different behind the back, like my damn next door neighbor who constantly tries to look at my car and breaks in my car and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't want to have a conversation with you. Like, I just don't, like, I can't hide it. Like, you're going to know. Like, it's hard for me to hide it. And I've grown to try to be cordial with people. Like, I've changed over time. I've done it in my workplace. If I don't like you, you going to know. Like, you're going to see it in my face. You see what I mean? Like, I've been that way. You know what I mean? So, I'm like Joy Behar that way. Like, so I 100% believe that happened to Tamar Braxton because Lonnie Love wanted to be the comedian that she is not. She wanted to be funny that she is not. Tamar Braxton was entertaining, was funny, was the star of the show. There's always one star in the group, and that was Tamar Braxton. And so Lonnie Love didn't like that because she wanted her talk show, but she wasn't talented enough. So Telepictures, the company that Lonnie Love is signed under, was like, no, we want a panel show. And so I hate how when they first started, they acted like they all auditioned, but Lonnie Love actually was already locked down. She was the lockdown token black girl for that show because she was on Ellen, because I'm sure Ellen DeGeneres helped her that way. And she was on Chelsea Handler's show, Chelsea Lately, as a comedian. So she already had, connections and networking and talk show experience. So I 100% believe that happened. And so, like, if they get canceled, I don't care. I think Jeannie Mai should get her own show. Jeannie Mai is really talented. She speaks really well. She is smart. She's real. She would last. Her and Jeezy should do a show together, and I think it would actually do well. And forget the other girls. Forget everybody else. Forget them. This is the business. Like, it's a rough game. This is why I don't believe in making friends. And it's like, bye. Like, I'm doing me. Bye. So that's the whole situation on that. Okay. Kyle Massey. We about the same age. Y'all know I'm a fan of That's So Raven. That was my show growing up. I even watched Corey in the House when he had his own show. I watched his brother, Kyle Massey brother. A lot of people don't know this, but he was on Joey 101 with Britney Spears' sister, Jamie Lynn Spears, who now it's like, I'm ashamed of her. Like, come on now, because you look guilty with that video you came out about your sister. Really guilty. Kyle Massey has been charged, and he actually did not know he's been charged. But he's been charged with a felony for allegedly sending explicit texts and videos to a minor, right? Okay, so here's the story. And then I'm gonna actually kind of, okay, let me just tell you the story. The story is there is a 4-year-old, she was 4 at the time, and Kyle Massey knew the mom and the daughter, all right? So Kyle Massey knew this girl that he was sending alleged text to, videos allegedly. That he knew, right? At 13 years old, that's when he was sending her the messages. And so the girl actually wanted to be a Disney Channel star. She wanted to come to Hollywood. She wanted to be on Raven's Home, which is Raven Simone's new show. It's kind of like a second series of That's So Raven, but Raven plays the mom. She has a son that finds out he's psychic, X, Y, and Z. All right. So Kyle Massey actually invited the girl to come to LA and stay with him and his girlfriend. And so allegedly, before this came out, Kyle, the mother of the girl, actually, she allegedly tried to blackmail Kyle Massey and say, I won't expose you with this story if you send me $1.5 million. Allegedly, she tried to do that. So Kyle Massey was like, I don't have the money. He was like, I don't have the money. What you talking about? Like, what I did? I don't have the money. So the mother actually is, according to sources, is actually a disgruntled woman because Kyle Massey actually had a relationship with her. According to sources, he had a relationship with the girl's mother, supposedly, right? And I guess it didn't end well. Okay, so the story really doesn't add up because if If at 13, your child is getting explicit videos and messages through Snapchat, and you said you have it on your flash drive. Okay, I'm not on Snapchat. I'm not 100% on Snapchat, but I know damn well, first of all, you cannot use a flash drive on Snapchat because Snapchat is on a phone. A flash drive does not hook up to a phone, right? I don't know. An iPad, I don't think an iPad have a flash drive port. Y'all let me know in the comments. But anyways, if it is on Snapchat, it alerts you if somebody is kind of like screenshotting or downloading a video or whatever. It tells you that, right? So since the money could not be given to her, the millions of dollars allegedly, she decided to go to police, and she claims that she went to the police because she didn't want Kyle Massey to do this to other girls, right? Okay, so this story gets more interesting, right? Okay, so you know how celebrities are now more accessible to regular people like me. This is why we have bloggers with social media and everything. We can follow them on Twitter. We can email their PR team. We could, I don't know, possibly get their reactions as I did on Twitter, whatever, good or bad reactions. So there has been numerous minors that came out against Kyle Massey, and there have been minors that actually invited him to a group chat where they saw him pictures of themselves or of other girls that were minors, clearly minors. And there's actually a receipt, like evidence, that Kyle Massey wrote the word SEXY, and clearly those girls were minors. You know, and I'm going to say allegedly, but there's receipts on sources, right? And so, like I said, there's numerous girls coming out about stories about him. But here's the situation. This is what I don't get. This is what boggles my mind. And I'm going to relate this to a story that happened in my area. Where is the parents? Number one. Number two, this is why children should not have children. This is why I personally believe, because now we're in different times, this doesn't happen for all people, but a lot of people in their 20s should not have kids. A lot of people 18 years old should not have kids, because a child should not have a child. If you are not financially, mentally prepared to have a child at such a young age, please don't have a child, number one, because a lot of these parents nowadays do not know how to raise their kids. They like to be their friends. They don't raise them correctly. Cultural values is 0 to none now. So there's no principal parenting. It's less than permissive parenting. Now it's like friendly parenting now. And it's like, there's problems with these children nowadays. And it's like, in my opinion, with these girls that are trying to expose him, like, what did you think that he would say if you sent him a picture that was supposedly you in nude or you in the bikini or whatever? What would you think a man would say? Because nowadays, nowadays you cannot even tell if a 13 to a 15-year-old girl is 13 or 15, because they in something. There's a lot of females nowadays that look like they in their 20s. This is why you got to ask for ID. This is why you got to ask for proof of identification when you're dating anybody, because nowadays people lie about their age on these apps, on these social media, on everything. And so what did you expect him to say if you're sending him these provocative pictures? What did you want him to say? And the fact that now you're coming out anonymously and on record, speaking out about him, saying that he said X, Y, and Z, what do you want from that? Do you want your own career gain? This sounds to me like some of the parents with the R. Kelly situation. Yeah, R. Kelly is guilty as hell, but some of them, let's just be honest, some of them, they sent out their daughters to R. Kelly because they wanted them to have a singing career. They wanted them to be in Hollywood, right? So this situation sounds exactly like that. The 13-year-old wanted to be in Hollywood. He reportedly dated the mother. The time frame is off between when she found out about the situation and when she decided to report it. Then she says she has she got it from a flash drive. You can't really do that from Snapchat. And it's like, you supposedly dated a man. So now you're a disgruntled alleged girlfriend. So now you want to get back at him with blackmail, asking him for millions of dollars, and he can't give it to you. So now you want to report him and make him lose his career. Like the man has not been in the media like this ever, from my knowledge. Like this Raven-Symoné and him, like, you know, the only person out of that whole crew is Orlando Bloom, the guy that played what's his name? Eddie. I believe his name was what was his name on Raven-Symoné? The guy with the dreads. His real name's Orlando Bloom, but I forgot what the character name was. You know, it's the three trios: Raven, Chelsea, and a black dude that played basketball. You know what I'm talking about. So it's like I've never seen anything bad about this man in the media, or his brother that plays Zoe 101. The only thing I saw was him and his brother actually getting into it with Lil Twist, the rapper. You know, the guy that's friends Justin Bieber that try to make Justin Bieber like this color, whatever, or act this color like he hood or whatever. That's the only thing. Like, you know, so it's like, you know, we live in cancel culture, and, you know, it's like, you stay in a child's place. Like, what did you expect at a minor? You sending something to a grown person? Like, what did you want him to say? Like, you want him to call you ugly, or what? You sending him a provocative picture? What do you expect somebody to say? You know, a lot of these kids, they don't even look like their ages nowadays, right? And so, like, I'm actually not even going to, you know, say that he's guilty, but I mean, he's looking guilty with that picture, with that little text that says SEXY, and according to sources, clearly they look like minors. But at the same time, I'm blaming the minors as well. And I don't care if they're underage, because if they're old enough to know how to send a damn text message, then they old enough to know what's right or wrong. And y'all can hate me for saying that, but that's true. Like, stay in a child's place. You know, you're trying to be in adult territory, and then now you want to go back to child territory when you want to play victim. And so this story actually reminds me of a story that happened in my area. And I didn't want to show the minor's pic. I actually was about to, but now the minor's actually in his 20s, because this happened about 4 years ago. So the minor's probably like 22, 23 now. But there's a local politician in my area. I'm gonna call him a nepotism politician, because, you know, his family's in politics and he's well known in my area, right? And this story actually came internationally on the blogs and everything. All right. So this man, his name's Mike Yenny, right? Married, doesn't look, not bad looking or anything. Married with 2 kids, got a wife, everything. Okay. Mike Yenny, right? All right. That man is so rich that there's a street name with the Yenny name in the realms of Louisiana. Okay. That's how rich he is. All right. That's how rich the family he come from is, right? And so Mike Yenny is married, got 2 to 3 kids, now 3 kids. When that happened, his wife was pregnant, right? And so supposedly, allegedly, I have to say allegedly, although it's true, the story is 100% true, but allegedly, this man was at a private school football game. The private school is Jesuit High School. The football mascot is known for the Blue Jays, right? And from my knowledge of the story, from me reading the story, part of the reason why he's at these games, not just because of his likings of football, is because of his likings of these alleged minors. And I'm saying alleged because I ain't trying to see. All right. So he's there looking for minors. All right. Okay. So supposedly there was a minor that possibly had relations with this man. Okay. So not only is he cheating outside of his marriage, he's cheating with the same gender. And this minor at the game ended up recruiting another minor. All right. Allegedly, allegedly recruiting another minor. Mind you, the minor that did the messenger thing was not even displayed in the media. Like, the name wasn't even there or nothing, okay? And so the minor that ended up being recruited was 17 years old. And I know in some states, 17 is seen as legal, but to me, you're a minor at 17. Hell, you a child at 18 and 19, okay? When you're in your 20s, okay, I see you as an adult now, but to me, 17, I know, like, illegally, no. You're still a minor at 17. If you're in high school, you cannot sign your own permission slips to go to a damn field trip. You are a minor. Okay, you're a minor, right? So the 17-year-old ended up having relations with this man, allegedly, knowing that he's married, knowing that he's a politician, all right? They were talking and everything. From my knowledge, it looks like they were talking on an app or whatever, because he was like, I'm a high-profile politician. I can't be seen with you, yada, yada, yada. So they met at the mall. I think it was the mall, not too far from They met, I don't know why I'm laughing. This is so wrong. They met at the mall. Okay. They made out, like, I think they kissed. And he actually bought the minor underwear from Dillard's, like $75 underwear, and wanted to have a threesome with another minor, allegedly, right? Okay, so this story exploded. Local Twitter, like Louisiana, exploded. Like, the blogs picked it up, everything. And I'm watching this man having an interview on TV. And y'all, I've been watching the news since I was a little kid. Like, I thought I was gonna be I thought I was gonna be a news reporter. Literally, like, I used to watch it's not pulling up. Why is it not pulling up? Let me find out. YouTube trying to mess up my thing. Okay, anyways, it's not important. The journalist, I was gonna show him. I'm a fan of him. His name's, I used to watch him when I was young. Like, I wanted to be a reporter. I wanted to be a journalist. And, like, I used to watch him at like 10, 8, 19 years old. He's still a journalist. His name's Lee Zurich. This man, he works for a Fox affiliate locally here in New Orleans, right? He ended up interviewing Mr. Yanni, Mr. Mike Yanni. And mind you, Mike Yanni, he's like a parish president, which basically is, because I know all states don't have parishes. Every people like that. It's like a county. Just think of it as a county. You know, we don't have counties here. There's counties over there. You know, it's different names. It's like a county, okay? It's like thousands of people in the community, whatever, okay? So he was the president of the parish, and like, so the journalist was like, you know, I'm trying to keep you honest. I'm trying to keep you honest, you know? And I'm like, no, dude. And I'm like, what you mean I'm trying to keep you honest? Like, you a journalist. You're supposed to ask me questions, and whatever his answers come out to be, it's America's job, viewership's job to determine whether or not he's telling the truth or not. So Mike Yanni was like, oh, you know, it's the tabloids. That's what they do to get money. Oh, you know, blah, 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 blah. Dude, you're not even that famous. You're a local politician. What you mean the tabloids? You're not in the damn tabloids. You're a local damn politician. Not you in the damn blogs now since that story came out, okay? Okay. Right? So, and his poor wife was sitting there with her head down. The woman was pregnant, like 8 months. The woman damn stomach was like a damn watermelon. Okay, I felt bad for her. I think she had like 2 kids. I think they were on TV. I think the kids was on TV too. Like 2 other kids sitting down in an interview. They did 2 interviews. Okay, so that was that interview with Lee Zurich. And then the other interview they did, I felt bad for her. She was on TV, did another interview, whatever. And so this is what I mean when I say you don't only have to worry about the side chick, you got to worry about the side dude now, because this man had relations allegedly with a minor, 17-year-old. You're a minor. I don't care what you got to say in the comments. You're a minor, 17. I don't even care if he wasn't a minor. I don't care if he was 25. You still did something wrong. You cheated, okay? You had an affair. You committed infidelity. You cheated, all right? So the man was like, oh, you know, they're trying to, you know, that's how they sell money. That's how they get, you know, that's how they sell. Dude, you're not famous, okay? What you mean, the blogs and everything? There's proof of use in the message. So then the child came out and said his truth with the blogs and said, hey, this is what happened. This is what happened, blah, 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 blah. But here's the situation. I'm not just looking at him badly. I'm looking at the child badly, because the dude is 17 years old. You go to this self-righteous, self-privileged, you know, smart school, very smart guy. You're old enough to know not to get fixated on. See, this is the problem with y'all damn kids, gay people, straight people, whatever. A lot of people are attracted to married people. Like they attracted to be the side dude or the side chick. They just love it. They fawn over it because they don't have the responsibility, or they don't have to worrying about things in actual relationships, actual marriages have to worry about, right? Like bills, communication, finances, the kids, whatever. All you doing is getting it in, going out to eat, grubbing, gaining weight, whatever. So, but I don't just blame him. And I'm sorry. Actually, I'm sorry. I blame the minor as well. You're 17. I don't give a damn. But you know, you should know better. You know what 1 + 1 is. You know what right from wrong is. You knew the man was married. And then when the situation got too overhanded, when he started continually texting you, yada, 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 you didn't like his rhetoric towards you, because he spent $75 on underwear for you to wear. And so you could have a threesome with another minor with him. And now you mad because you don't like the rhetoric of this man. So now you want to expose him, right? Okay. But you chose to self-indulge with a married man, not only a married man when you are underage. You chose that. So I'm looking at you sideways, just like I'm looking at him sideways, because you are old enough to know what's right from wrong. I don't care if you're mine. Like I said, this is the problem. This is to me what relates to this story. Like a lot of these minors, they want these attentions from these people with supposed and followers, have influence over like the world, whatever. But yet, when it goes against the grain and everything, they want to play victim. They want to come out with their stories. They want the little cloud. They want to be seen as the innocent one in light and everything. Nah, dog, nah. So this is why I'm holding my judgment on Kyle Massey. Although there's a message, I think it's true. But at the same time, you got to consider that this man has a clean record. But that doesn't mean a clean record doesn't mean you are a good person. It just means you're good at covering up. Look at Matt Lauer. Matt Lauer covered up his story good, right? He covered up his story good, and then he got exposed. Bill O'Reilly, David Letterman, he paid them off. It was like I'm about to retire. I'm about to get canceled. He paid them off. He said that on Oprah. Oprah should have questioned him even more. So it's like, no. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're less than 18. You know what's right from wrong. You know, just like the guy that got with the man, the local politician, he knew what's right from wrong. When it went against the grain, that's when he wanted to talk to the blogs and say, hey, X, Y, and Z. And then like when I checked his social media, and his social media is very controversial and is very trollish and everything. So, dude, you deserve what you gotten from getting involved with the married man. And actually now he's out of politics because that ruined his career. And he even said it. Yeah, that situation ruined his career. But don't worry, he still got white man money. I mean, he's a Yanny after all. And that's the whole story of that whole situation. Let me read y'all comments. It's Orlando Brown, not Bloom. I'm sorry. Bloom. Isn't Bloom married to Katy Perry or something? Let me read y'all comments. Bill Cosby, of course he did it, Ms. Banks. Where my super chats at? Why y'all being cheap tonight? Where are my super chats? Tay T said normal people suffered from that. Okay. Why were they coming out now? Why didn't they complain when it happened? I don't buy it. Okay, so this is what a lot of African-American people told me in my personal life. They're like, I'm like, in terms of Bill Cosby, they're like, well, why they wait so long? Why this, why that? I mean, there's a thing called mental illness. There's a thing called depression. I mean, there's a reason why psychiatrists and therapists make so much money, because silence could be your loudest cry for help. It's called having anxiety. It's called, just not doing well with situations like this. Like, I'm sure since you're asking that question, you've never been in a situation like that. So it's like you cannot make that judgment. You cannot say, you know what, if I was in this situation, I would do this. You would only know what would you do when you're in that situation. That's just the facts, Tina Walker. So, I hate when people say why they took so long. That's because for numerous reasons, he was powerful. There would be judged like people like you. He has a lot of money. He has a lot of influence. People won't believe them. Their career, the whole 9 yards. Like it put them in a bad mental state. They hide under the covers. They don't know what to do in situations like this. Their best way to deal with it is to hide and to not say anything until they're ready to say something. So, the whole notion for me is not to get something out this case. The whole notion for them is to have them set this traumatic experience inside their soul free. That's to me what they want. And of course they want him to serve time as well, but at the same time they want to release that information so they can lift the heavy burden off their shoulders. And so the reason why they don't come out with those stories is because people like you that judge them and say, well, why they take so long to come out with stories like that? But why do you take so long? Well, what? I'm asking a rhetorical question. You've never been through it. Leslie, you got to go to the beginning, but supposedly she was making margaritas when she found out Meghan McCain was leaving. He was acting on the Cosby shows. His actual behavior was not portrayed on that show. Ms. Banks, you so slow. That's what I was saying, girl. That's what I was saying. I said reality versus reality with one artist, with singing, versus reality versus fiction with acting, which is another form of artistry. That's what I was saying. You see what I mean? You can separate the actor from the human, but you can't separate the singer from the human, because when you're singing, you are still in your true humanistic form. Duh. I knew you was going to say something. I knew you was going to be confused about it. That's an uncomfortable truth that Black don't commit to. I don't care if you went to Spelman. I don't care. I already told you late about Ed Navarro. You came late. Where my super chat, y'all? Come on now. The View does not come on until the 12th. They're on break. What you mean, Tay-T, about YouTube in the comments? Let's see. Yes, I mean, Shereen Hudson is looking good. I ain't gonna lie. Her before, she looked like a mouse, and now she looked like Sierra with a body, So she is young. Yeah. I don't watch The Real either. Let's see. I mean, hell, I got into it with a celebrity over DMX. Here we go with the race baiting. I'm not calling her token. Come on now. Terrace Meyer for The View. Yeah, I mean, if she to replace Sarah Haynes, yeah, but to replace Meghan, we need somebody that's outspoken, that's radical, something like that. But anyways, Ms. Banks, you ain't gonna throw me a C note. But y'all really worked hard on today. I try to make it more interesting. you know, with the pictures and stuff like that. I've been on here for 2 hours talking about the show, about what's been going on. I'm assuming that you guys don't want to come on because a lot of y'all don't want to come on and comment. If anybody wants to come on, I'm going to paste StreamYard. Like I said, go on. Can y'all just do me a favor for once? Can y'all go on Kim Goodwin's page? Well, Kim Godwin's page. Her Instagram is newsmom8. And write in her comments, hire your boy JOA on The View, okay? Tell her JOA from YouTube. And if I don't see a comment from y'all, I'm going to be mad. Come on, y'all. Can y'all support your boy for once and do that, you know? And look, you can call this number right now and leave a message. 818-460-7477. Press 1, press 2, press 3, code 849. Then leave a message. You know, it doesn't hurt for me to try. I know The View never really... Well, actually, The View is actually considering hiring a man, Mario Cantone, but that just didn't work out. You know, so they were actually considering hiring a man on the show. So I would actually appreciate it if I could be the first man on the show. So, I mean, that's the number right there. So if y'all can call, I would really do appreciate it. And then also go on Newsmom8 IG page and tell her your boy wants a job on The View, like, you know, on ABC. I'm about to see if anybody said that in her comments. I don't see y'all commenting on her page. I see somebody named Mitch talking about, please invite Jared Abia back to The View. I can write you a full report on why you should ASAP. I'll have it on your desk ASAP. Look at this wannabe person trying to be like me. You know, he saw my comment. Come on now. So y'all need to go on her page. Somebody actually went on her page and say, hire Jared Abia. Like, no. Well, you can hire her as a conservative person, but hire me, replacing Sarah Haynes. Come on now. All right, y'all. Well, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Since nobody wants to comment on anything, thank you so much. It's been 2 hours and 1 minute. I think I did a pretty good job compared to my other live streams. Deuces. Yeah.